You know, in life, everybody you hang around ain't really your friend. Some folks are just around you for the ride, not for the journey. See, a real friend doesn't just show up when things are good. A real friend shows up when your world is falling apart. They don't clap only when you're winning. They stand by you when you're losing too. Not everyone around you is a real friend. That's a truth most people learn the hard way. In life, you'll meet all kinds of people. Some will walk with you for a season and some for a reason. Many will smile at you, laugh with you, and say all the right things. But that doesn't always mean their heart is aligned with yours. The reality is, not everyone who shakes your hand wishes you well. Some people only come into your life to take, not to give. They're there for what you can do for them, not for who you are. It's easy to mistake company for friendship. When you're doing well, everyone seems to love you. You'll get calls, messages, and attention from people who suddenly care. But when life takes a turn, when the money stops, the success fades, or the spotlight dims, you'll see who's truly in your corner. That's when the crowd thins out, and you're left with the few who were never clapping for your wins but praying for your peace. A real friend doesn't disappear when things get tough. They don't distance themselves when you're struggling. They're not embarrassed by your failures or silent when others talk about you. They step up. They defend you. They remind you of your worth. They're present not because they need something, but because they care. A fake friend, on the other hand, will only stick around as long as you're useful. The moment you can't offer what they want, attention, benefits, or status, they vanish like smoke. You'll notice the difference in small moments. A fake friend celebrates you when you're down to make themselves feel better, but a real friend lifts you up when you can't stand on your own. A fake friend laughs with you, but a real friend cries with you. A fake friend is jealous of your progress, but a real friend helps you go further. That's the difference. Real friends add to your life. Fake ones drain it. Sometimes we hold on to the wrong people because we don't want to be alone. We think that having someone, even a fake friend, is better than having no one. But loneliness with the wrong people is worse than being alone with peace. When you constantly give your time, love, and loyalty to those who don't value it, you end up emotionally exhausted and spiritually empty. You don't owe your energy to everyone who crosses your path. The truth is, some people are lessons, not lifelong partners. They come into your life to show you something, maybe to teach you how to set boundaries, how to value yourself, or how to walk away from what doesn't serve you. Once you learn that lesson, it's okay to let them go. Don't chase people who leave when life gets hard. Don't beg for loyalty from those who never planned to give it. Your circle defines your peace, your mindset, and even your success. That's why it's so important to surround yourself with people who want to see you grow. Those who speak life into you, not gossip behind you. People who will correct you when you're wrong, not encourage you to fail. Real friendship is built on trust, honesty, and mutual respect, not convenience or advantage. So don't be discouraged when people walk away. Sometimes their departure is protection. The wrong people have to leave for the right ones to enter. When you stop entertaining fake friends, you make room for real ones, the kind who celebrate your victories, comfort you in loss, and believe in your dreams, even when you doubt them yourself. Because in the end, friendship isn't about how many people you have around you. It's about how many would still be there if everything fell apart. Real friends stand by you in hard times. It's easy to have people around when life feels good, when you're smiling, winning, and everything is falling into place. Everyone wants to be close when the sun is shining. But when the storms hit, when things fall apart, and when the world turns quiet, that's when you discover who your real friends are. Hard times don't create real friends, they reveal them. A real friend is not just someone who says, I'm here for you. They prove it with their presence. When life gets dark, they don't ask what went wrong just to gossip. They show up to help you rebuild. They listen when you need to talk. They sit beside you when you have no words. And they remind you of your strength when you feel broken. They don't need you to be perfect. They just need you to be real. Real friends don't judge you for your mistakes. They help you learn from them. When you lose your job, when you fail an exam, when your heart gets broken, or when your dreams feel too far away, real friends stay. They don't disappear because your life isn't picture perfect anymore. They don't distance themselves because you're struggling. Instead, they become your comfort zone, your safe space, and your reminder that you're not alone. They'll stand next to you in silence when you can't speak, and they'll fight for you when you're too tired to fight for yourself. Fake friends will vanish the moment your life stops entertaining them. They'll stop answering calls, stop checking in, and find excuses not to be around. But real friends, they'll walk through the fire with you. They'll see your pain and still stay, even when it's uncomfortable, even when they get nothing out of it. Because to them, your friendship is not about what you can give. It's about who you are. Sometimes real friends can't solve your problems, and that's okay. They're not there to fix everything. They're there to keep you from falling apart. Their support doesn't always come in grand gestures. Sometimes it's a message that says, I believe in you. Sometimes it's sitting beside you in silence, sharing your sadness without trying to erase it. Real friendship doesn't need constant words. It needs presence, honesty, and heart. The truth is, hard times are the ultimate test of loyalty. When you're no longer useful, when the world stops clapping for you, when you have nothing to offer but your broken self, only a few will stay. Those few are priceless. Those are the friends who deserve your trust, your love, and your loyalty in return. Because anyone can stand beside you in the light. It takes courage to stay with you in the dark. There's something beautiful about a friend who refuses to give up on you even when you give up on yourself. They see something in you that you've forgotten. They remind you that failure is not final, that pain is temporary, and that you still have purpose. They don't walk away when you're at your lowest. They kneel beside you and help you rise again. That's the kind of friendship that can't be bought or replaced. So if you have even one person who stayed when everyone else left, cherish them, thank them. Because in this world, real loyalty is rare. Real friends are the ones who carry your burden when it's too heavy for you, who fight battles with you, not against you. They don't let your mistakes define you. They remind you that you're still worthy, still loved, still capable. Life will test every relationship you have. Some will break under pressure, and that's okay. They were never meant to last. But the ones that survive, the ones that stay strong through pain, loss, and failure, those are real friendships. They're not built in comfort, but in struggle, not in laughter, but in tears. And when you come out of the storm, you'll realize that having a few real friends who stood by you is worth more than 1,000 fair weather ones who disappeared when you needed them most. Quality over quantity. That's one of the most important lessons you can ever learn about friendship. In life, it's not about how many people you know or how many friends you can list in your phone. It's about how many would truly be there when you need them the most. Too many people chase numbers, hundreds of contacts, thousands of followers, endless connections. But when life gets real, most of those names go silent. Having a big circle doesn't mean you're rich in friendship. Real wealth comes from having a few genuine people who bring peace, loyalty, and love into your life. It's easy to be surrounded by people when everything is fun and exciting. There will always be those who want to share your good days. They'll laugh with you, go out with you, and celebrate your wins. But the moment things turn difficult, when you're struggling or lost, you start to notice who truly cares. That's when the crowd gets smaller, and suddenly only a few remain. Those few are your real friends. The ones who don't need a reason to stay because their loyalty isn't conditional. They're not there because of what you have. They're there because of who you are. We often think having many friends means we're loved, but the truth is quantity can easily become noise. You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. Genuine friendships are about connection, not numbers. You could have one or two true friends and still feel richer than someone with 100 shallow ones. Because real friends give you something more valuable than company. They give you trust, honesty, and peace of mind. You don't have to question their intentions or doubt their loyalty. You know they're real because their presence feels safe. Quality friends bring balance to your life. They tell you the truth even when it's hard to hear. They call you out when you're wrong, but never tear you down. They celebrate your success without envy and stand with you in failure without judgment. They don't compete with you. They grow with you. That's the kind of friendship that helps you become a better version of yourself. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who only pretend to care, you end up feeling drained, unappreciated, and used. Fake friends take energy, real friends give it back. Choosing quality over quantity means valuing depth over appearance. It's about investing in relationships that have meaning. It's knowing that loyalty is worth more than attention, that one honest heart is better than 100 fake smiles. You don't need people who talk behind your back, who show up only when it benefits them, or who disappear when you're no longer useful. You need people who show up uninvited when life gets tough, who remember your small victories, who listen when you need to be heard, and who remind you that you matter even when you doubt yourself. Sometimes this lesson comes with pain. You might have to let go of people you once called friends. It hurts to realize that not everyone you care for will care back in the same way. But that's okay. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Life is too short to keep people around just to fill space. You deserve relationships that bring peace, not pressure, love, not drama. When you stop chasing popularity and start nurturing real connections, you'll find peace in the quiet. You'll value moments with your small circle more than big crowds. You'll understand that true friendship isn't about being surrounded. It's about being understood. The older you get, the more you'll realize that 2 loyal friends are better than 20 fake ones. Because in the end, it's not about how many people clap when you win. It's about how many hold your hand when you lose. Real friendship doesn't need numbers. It needs heart. And when you find those few who stay real no matter what, you'll see that quality has always mattered more than quantity. Actions reveal true intentions. Words are easy to say. Anyone can tell you they care, that they've got your back, that they'll always be there for you. But talk is cheap when it's not backed by effort. It's what people do, not what they say, that shows who they really are. When someone's actions don't match their words, believe the actions. Because at the end of the day, real friendship, loyalty, and love aren't proven through promises. They're proven through behavior. People can say all the right things. They can tell you they're proud of you, that they'll never hurt you, that you mean something to them. But if they disappear when you need them, if they stay silent when others speak badly about you, or if they only show up when it's convenient, then their words don't hold value. A person's true character isn't seen in how they act when everything is going right. It's revealed in how they respond when things get hard, when you fall, when you fail, when life tests you. Watch who stays, who leaves, and who pretends not to see. That's when people's true intentions come to light. You can tell a lot about someone by the little things they do. Real friends check on you even when you haven't reached out first. They celebrate your success without comparing it to their own. They speak highly of you when you're not in the room. They keep their word even when it's inconvenient. Fake friends, on the other hand, are all about appearances. They'll say what sounds good, but their actions tell a different story. They'll smile in your face and gossip behind your back. They'll post about loyalty but never practice it. They'll promise to be there and vanish when the moment arrives. The truth is, consistency is the foundation of trust. You can't build anything meaningful with people whose actions are unpredictable or self-serving. If someone truly cares, you won't have to question their motives. Their consistency will speak for them. You won't have to wonder if they're being honest or loyal. You'll feel it in how they treat you. Their actions will give you peace, not confusion. It's important to pay attention to patterns, not excuses. One-time mistakes happen. Nobody is perfect. But when someone repeatedly shows you they don't value you, believe them. If they constantly let you down, cancel plans, forget your needs, or make you feel small, that's not an accident. It's a reflection of their priorities. You deserve people who show up for you the way you show up for them. Friendship should never be one-sided. You shouldn't have to beg someone to treat you right or remind them to care. True intentions are seen when there's nothing to gain. Watch how people act when you have nothing to offer. No money, no attention, no success. The ones who still choose to stay, who still support you, are the ones who are genuine, but the ones who disappear when your glow fades. They were never for you. They were only for what you could give them. Real friends don't compete with you. They cheer for you. They don't envy your blessings. They celebrate them. Their actions come from love, not insecurity. Sometimes it hurts to see people's true colors. It's painful to realize that someone you trusted wasn't genuine. But that truth is a gift. It helps you see who deserves your energy and who doesn't. Don't hold on to people who talk like friends but act like strangers. Let their actions reveal their place in your life. Remember, loyalty isn't about what people say when you're around. It's about what they do when you're not. Anyone can say, I've got you, but the real ones will prove it when no one's watching. So stop believing promises without proof. Let actions speak louder than words, because in the end, they always tell the truth. Letting go of the wrong people is one of the hardest yet most freeing things you can do for yourself. We often hold on to people because of history, memories, or hope, hoping they'll change, hoping things will go back to how they used to be. But deep down, we know when someone is no longer meant to stay in our lives. We feel it in the distance. the disappointment, the constant pain that comes from trying to make something work that isn't meant to. The truth is, not everyone who starts the journey with you is meant to finish it with you. Some people are lessons, not lifelong companions. It's human nature to want to fix people, to believe in their potential, and to see the good in them. But you can't heal someone who doesn't want to change. And you can't keep people who aren't willing to stay. Holding on to the wrong people will only hold you back from growing into who you're meant to be. When you give your time and energy to people who don't appreciate it, you end up drained emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. Love and loyalty are beautiful, but only when they're returned. One-sided relationships will break you slowly, no matter how much you give. Sometimes the wrong people aren't bad people. They're just not right for your path anymore. They might have played a role in your story, but their chapter has ended. Life changes, people grow apart, and what once felt right can start to feel heavy. It's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to choose peace over chaos, even if it means walking away from people you once loved deeply. Growth requires separation, and not everyone is meant to go where you're going next. The most painful part of letting go is realizing that someone you care about isn't good for you anymore. Maybe they bring negativity, jealousy, or manipulation into your life. Maybe they make you feel small instead of strong. Maybe you've been trying so hard to please them that you've forgotten to take care of yourself. The wrong people will drain your energy, make you doubt your worth, and keep you stuck in cycles of disappointment. When you let them go, you're not being cruel. You're choosing yourself. You're protecting your peace. It's not easy to walk away, especially when your heart is still attached. You'll miss them. You'll think about the good moments and question whether you did the right thing, but with time, you'll realize that peace is worth more than connection. You'll breathe easier when you stop trying to force relationships that don't fit anymore. You'll make space for people who genuinely care, who show up for you without being asked, and who bring light instead of confusion. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you accept that some people can't come with you into the next chapter of your life. It means you forgive them and yourself and move forward without bitterness. You don't have to hate someone to outgrow them. You can still wish them well while choosing not to let them hurt you anymore. That's real maturity, loving from a distance and protecting your peace up close. When you finally let go of the wrong people, new doors open. You attract better energy, stronger connections, and deeper happiness. You start to realize that life feels lighter without the weight of fake friends, toxic relationships, or draining attachments. You discover your worth all over again, and you learn that it's better to walk alone in truth than to stay surrounded by the wrong people in lies. So if someone keeps showing you they don't value your presence, believe them. Stop chasing people who walk away from you. The ones meant for you will never make you beg for their love, time, or effort. Letting go hurts, but holding on hurts more. Set yourself free from the people who dim your light and watch how brightly you begin to shine once they're gone. Protect your peace and energy, because not everyone and everything around you deserves access to your mind, your emotions, or your time. Peace is something you create and protect daily. It's not given to you by the world. It's built from the choices you make, the boundaries you set, and the people you allow into your life. When you start valuing your peace, you stop chasing approval. You stop explaining yourself to those who don't understand, and you stop giving power to people who drain your spirit. Every day, you wake up with a limited amount of energy. Where you invest it determines the quality of your life. Some people will pour into you, helping you grow, believe, and stay positive. Others will drain you, constantly complaining, criticizing, or taking more than they give. Protecting your peace doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you start caring wisely. It's learning to say no without guilt and to walk away from anything that steals your calm. Your mental and emotional health matter more than keeping everyone else happy. There will always be people who try to disturb your peace through negativity, jealousy, or manipulation. They'll push your buttons, test your patience, and feed off your reactions. The moment you realize that not every battle deserves your energy is the moment you take back control. You don't have to respond to every insult, explain every decision, or defend your worth to people who are determined not to see it. Sometimes silence is the loudest answer. Protecting your peace means refusing to let others pull you into chaos that doesn't belong to you. Energy is contagious. When you surround yourself with toxic people or stressful environments, that energy seeps into you. It affects your thoughts, your mood, and even your motivation. But when you surround yourself with kindness, honesty, and love, your spirit flourishes. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with someone. Do you feel lighter or heavier, inspired or drained? That feeling is your answer. Protecting your energy is about being aware of who and what influences your emotions. It's about choosing environments and relationships that bring out your best, not your worst. Sometimes protecting your peace means setting boundaries with people you love. It means realizing that family, friends, or coworkers can still be unhealthy if they constantly bring negativity or chaos into your life. You can love people from a distance if that's what keeps your heart safe. Boundaries are not walls, they're doors. You decide who gets to come in and who needs to stay outside. You don't owe anyone unlimited access to your time or emotions, especially if they don't respect them. It's also important to protect your peace from your own thoughts. Often it's not the world that steals our peace. It's our own mind replaying fears, regrets, and what ifs. Learn to let go of what you can't control. You don't have to have everything figured out. Breathe. Take one step at a time and remind yourself that worrying doesn't change the outcome, but faith and effort do. Inner peace comes when you stop fighting battles that aren't meant for you, both outside and within. Protecting your peace is not selfish, it's self-respect. You can't pour from an empty cup. When you prioritize your peace, you show up better for the people who truly matter. You become calmer, stronger, and more focused. The world around you may stay noisy, but you'll find quiet inside yourself. That's real power, staying calm in the middle of chaos. So choose peace, even if it means walking away from people or situations that no longer serve you. Choose peace over drama, clarity over confusion, and joy over stress. The right people will respect your boundaries. The wrong ones will be offended by them. And that's how you'll know who truly belongs in your life. Protect your peace like it's your most valuable possession, because it is. Without it, nothing feels right. But with it, you can face anything with strength and grace.